Hey, Bohemian with Bohemian Stars and Ocean Heart Readings, and I'm gonna do a reading for you. I was trying to set up to do a video, but then I started doing it as a live, and I really couldn't like decide what I should do. And I was like, you know what? I'll just do this as a like I'll upload it just as a live unlisted so I can record it straight through as a video without getting distracted with the chat. Love you guys so much. Love you so much. And I appreciate everyone who shows up on the lives every day, y'all. We have a good time. Everyone comes in a good way, okay? Some of you ghost watchers now. I don't know. I don't know. But here's my hands. I'm really here. But ta-da. But I was like, you know what? Let me do it this way, and then we won't have upload time, and you might get a little hot cake of a video tonight, okay? So we are in the Mermaid Lagoon. We have ocean sounds. Yes, I've conjured the ocean for thee. We have our little spicy cinnamon sticks. We have a little orange, a little aqua-y colors. Love it. My favorite. So we're going to do a reading to see who is your future soulmate that you're calling in. Um, who is it? What are the details? I got location cards. I got tarots and oracles and dice and charms and things. So we're going to find out about all of this tea and see what's going on. I'm like looking to see if anyone's watching. Sometimes there'll still be views even when the video is live privately because I guess the feds love a reading. But anyways, I should probably not have said that. Let me stop because I need this to stay up. This one's gonna be monetized. Let me quit. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some shells. So we'll have option 1 with our creamsicle shell, option 2 with our aquamarine, option 3 with our amethyst. Yes, this is a chill vibe, low light reading, so all the cards might not be the most poppin', but look, we'll see what we need to see, and you'll hear the reading you need to hear, okay? So go ahead and pick your option. Okay. And let's get into it. So if you chose the creamsicle seashell, let's see what your soulmate is going to be like, okay? What is this person like? Let's start with some tarot cards. Any information, insight for group A, those who's chose the creamsicle seashell, calling in their good spirit crews collectively in a good way with all honesty, accuracy, and clarity. All right, it cut itself, so we're going to pull from this pile. Please let us know what their soulmate is going to be like. Give us some clues, some indicators. Page of Pentacles. So this person is kind of like a student of life. They might be an eternal child. They always want to learn. They could be super curious. They might actually tend to hang around people who are a little older sometimes, or people who are in their field who specialize in certain things, because they're always looking to further their insight and their knowledge. So for the example I'm getting is like someone, like let's say someone's a baller, right? Okay, shot caller. No, I mean the kind on the court. They could be the captain, but they're going to be someone who they're always like, coach, okay, wait, run that back for me. And then they're going to be going and talking to everybody and getting all the information and insight. They're going to be spending time with the nutritionist, spending time with, the OGs back on the, the asphalt court in the hood. They're going to be over, everywhere basically, that they can get information and insight about what they're interested in, their passion, okay? They might even pay someone, hey, young blood, show me that move. Even as they get older, they're like, nope, these youngins ain't gonna take me, right? I can shake and bake too. So this is their kind of feel for them. They love to learn. They definitely would be good tippers, okay? They would be people who they show a lot of affection through physical things, and they really believe in using your time and your money to show respect, and they believe in giving respect to those who have invested their time and money to acquire knowledge or to have a skill set. They very much value, skill set, people who can do things with their hands, artisan work, all of that kind of stuff, okay? So they could work with their hands or have some kind of, talent or skill. With the Three of Swords here, this person could have had a family that went through a divorce or separation. They could have been raised by a single parent, or they could have already experienced the loss of a parent passing away, okay, is what I'm getting from this. So part of them will always feel, yeah, it's like they get older. Whew, that's, oh, it's like they get older than one of their parents, is what I'm getting from this combo here. So they've definitely known, although in some ways they might seem like they've had certain privileges, maybe they, even if they came up in a poor neighborhood, they somehow got a scholarship to go to a private school, or you know, things like that, that in the real world are considered like a privilege, maybe a little bit above those who they were born around. At the same time, they have had some loss, and there could be some kind of separation or loss of a parent that is here, okay, that they've gone through. We have Judgment reversed. So this person really tries to be open-minded. I do feel like when they're done with someone, they're absolutely done. When they finally have a temper, they're furious. So there's somebody who really tries to monitor, and just naturally tries to be very open-minded about people. Like, you know, I do feel like there's someone who they will teach a learning lesson if they can about something. They can understand that people are at like kind of different education levels or different life experience. So they would be the kind, like as a parent, they would definitely parent each kid differently. There would be some rules of the house, but overall they would parent each child based on their personalities, and they would be like, okay, well, you know, you're this age, you know the difference, than not more than your sibling, even if it's a couple years difference. Or, you know, this child's personality, they need a different understanding than this child's personality about certain things. So they do try to suspend kind of their judgment that they have. They also apply this to their loved ones. They are a very, very tender-hearted person, and they could suffer a lot from having such a heart on their sleeve for those that they love. So I definitely think they've been disappointed before about, you know, friendships, maybe romantic relationships. For some of you, this person could have been married before and already had kids. They could have a time. Sometimes their kids could get the best of them, I do think, for some of them, because they have a hard time saying no. So they might be like their kids crash through cars and they feel like, okay, well, did you learn your lesson? So I do feel like they could be a softie sometimes. But at the same time, if it's really time to get in trouble and it was something that, for instance, they may not have so many things that are like really don't do's, but if you do one of those don't do's, now you're in big trouble, all right? Because I told y'all you could do all this, you know, you could go over here, play around. All I said is finish school, and then they find out you're flunking school. Oh no, it's done, you know? So they're that kind of person where the boundaries they do establish are very important to them, because they quite often let people get away with a lot. Yeah, Nine of Wands. So I do get that feeling again that they could have come up on some hard times, or they could have, even if they were born into some kind of something that looked plushy, they could have experienced some kind of loss. They could have been someone who dealt with health concerns, or again saw a loved one, a family member, especially a parent who had health concerns like that. For some of you, this person could even be a widow or a widower. All right, Knight of Pentacles. Again, this person might go back to school. So if you're like, well, if you meet them and they don't have a long-standing education, they could definitely be someone who much later in life goes back and they end up going through and getting like a doctorate's degree or something. The analogy of like a basketball player, this person would pursue and probably end up becoming like a coach afterwards. They would want to pass on the knowledge that they have in their field. They're a very, very hard worker. Eight of Cups. Yeah, so although they are very tender-hearted, very compassionate, they're not dumb. Like, I think people think this person's a fool sometimes, and they're like, I'm not dumb. Like, I might give you a wide berth, and it might be hard for me if I have a habitual connection with somebody, and if I really have invested a lot in you, and I care about you, and I see how we could better things. It might be hard for me to, you know, just let you go or put up boundaries. Because, and again, it's because when I do, it's super final. Like these bars are coming up, you know, we changed the passcode, you're not coming back in, security has your name, like it's done, right? But they definitely can, when they're done with someone, fully walk away. So we have big earth energy here. Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo could be very prominent in their chart. We have Sagittarius, Pisces, Scorpio, and Libra that's coming up here very strongly. So let's see some more information. Let's get some physical characteristics for group 1. for your soulmate here, for those who chose the creamsicle seashell. Any physical characteristics here for their soulmate? We have the Fool. Look, I was like, I know Fool, and everyone's like, Fool. So this person could, they definitely can seem younger than their years. They're funny. They're one of those kids when they're younger. They could have like a serious, like they might have some pictures where they have like old man face, you know. But then as they get older, they just stay super youthful. So then they're really old, but they're looking like this little kid with a twinkle in their eye kind of vibe. um yes, we have the Knight of Pentacles again, so this could definitely be an earth sign. We have Aquarius energy, which is kind of, I was feeling some Aquarian vibes for sure, so it makes sense that that comes out. They could have some Aries, and again we have Libra, Queen of Swords reverse. So yeah, this person takes off the mask. They can have a serious face. They like to, like, they might like to play like mean mug and then give you a wink, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I kind of, there's something about me. Maybe their bone structure's real fierce for sure. They could be someone who, yeah, they could be, have a big build. They could be very strong or sturdy in like their just the way their bones and their face and everything is. They just have a very sturdy, maybe even slightly stern look, or very focused look to them naturally, especially in their resting phase. But then they catch someone looking at them and they give them a little wink, like, ha, you thought I was mean, right? You know, it's that kind of vibe. They might hold the look, if they're looking at a kid, they might hold the little grumpy face for a minute with them and then bust out into a big grin and their whole face lights up, right? This person definitely has the energy that when they decide it's a happy time, when they decide it's time for a laugh, they change the mood of the whole entire room for real. And I do think that they kind of drink in a lot of people's energy. Okay, so back to the looks. Let's get back to the looks. I think that this person has they might have very wild hair, and they could have, regardless of nationality or texture or whatever, they could have kind of wiry hair that can kind of just go up in all directions and just do what it wants. They could be someone that it's like, someone's like, man, I just fixed your hair, and they're just like, something else is already sticking up. They're like little alfalfa. You know, if they sleep on their hair, even if they try to put some little silk or something around it, like boom, there's something sticking up. It's going this way, it's going that way. They just got a cut, it's already uneven because their hair is just growing in whatever way they want. So they have this little wildness to them, something that makes them seem a little disheveled, a little bit, again, a little mischievous, you know, so something that gives away a little fun about their personality, like gives away all the seriousness that they have. So if they are leaning more, like when they're in their like serious professional mode, they might be super like hard asses about like, no, I need to go at this time, get my hair done every week or whatever, because they know it can get a mind of its own. For sure. But I'm definitely seeing this for a lot of you. This person could have very, very dark hair. Yeah, I'm seeing all different races here on the Lovers card. They all have dark hair. There could be some Gemini placements for this person. Let's see, we have the Eight of Swords reversed. Yeah, and the Lovers reversed. For a select few, this person could have super, super light hair, but pretty much everyone else, this person probably has very dark hair. I think this person is attractive to all genders, because there's literally all different gender identities and all different relationships here in the little mirrors on the left card. There's, yeah, all different gender, racial connections. So I feel like it doesn't matter what race people are, what their preference is, what their sexual identity is, whatever, this person's attracted to everyone. They do have a kind of androgynous energy, I think. I don't know that it appears so physically to them. Maybe for some of them they do have an androgynous look, but I feel like it's more an energy thing, where they just, I don't know, they're attractive to like everybody. Yeah, we have Justice here again. Yeah, they're kind of everybody's type. It doesn't matter what side of the scale, or, you know, what people who are open-minded about relationships, people who are more closed-minded. I don't think that people, once they know that this person, are put off by their style. Like, you know, people who are very set, like, well, I only date people who are from my scene or whatever, they would end up being attracted to this person. And so they just have a lot of people who end up kind of being gobsmacked by them, for sure. I do see at times too, this person could try to hide. They might be, for some of you, this person's pretty tall. They could have quite some stature to them, and so they might kind of, you know, have a hunch. For some of you, it's more of a style, you know. I do feel like for some of you, this is the person who, again, who's very connected to some kind of scene, you know, so it's kind of their style to be like a little, you know, hunched and like poetically in their mood or whatever, you know what I mean? It's just like their style of being. But for those of you who that doesn't apply, I think this person is like super tall. They could have had some painful growth spurts actually when they were younger. And if they have siblings and stuff too, those siblings could also be very tall for sure. They could mimic that in their parents, whatever their height is, or at least to you, they could seem very, very tall. I feel like if you looked at their childhood pictures, you're like, dang, you were tall, you were a tall baby. They're like, I was one. They're like baby magic and I. Super tall. Okay, so let's keep getting some more information. I feel like overall they have a lean but strong physical stature to them. They seem like they're pretty fit. I think that they either are naturally, you know, just tend to be lean, or they might work out. I think a lot in this group they do work out, even if they kind of pretend they don't. Again, I do get some very like meh kind of personalities. Like that's can't let the people know I work out, right? That I work out to slouch and look bored, but I do. All right, let's get some more information. Let's see how you guys' uh, energies are going to interact. Your spirit cruise, how's this going to come about? How are you guys going to meet? Any clues for that? We still have charms, spicy cards. We'll throw some dice. It's going to be long. For group one, creamsicle shells, please let us know for their soulmate. You know, we just like to do readings, layering in little more details about our soulmate. Please let us know how they're going to be coming together. How's this interaction going to go? What are their spirit crews doing? Aw, 10 of Cups. So for you guys, this soulmate is going to be like the marrying one. They're going to be your end game, as I call it. And why are you going to try to walk away from? Look at you already starting to you might be afraid because they're super secure, and because you're gonna feel like they're so practical. Like you said, it's a problem. Some of you, I'm telling you, this person's an athlete, okay? But yes, this is the soulmate you've been spying on. Yeah, this person's like gung-ho, let's go. They're very like, let's go get life. They don't, in this case, I feel like they don't rest too much, and then when they do rest, they really rest. They probably go on vacation. And I feel like for you, your spirit crew's gonna be like, rah rah rah, let's go pep rally this. And you're gonna say, no, I don't trust it. They seem too youthful. They seem like they have too much fun. They probably have, you know, they're probably a little son of a wands, okay, knight of wands. They probably have a bunch of suitors and are interested in all these people. Like, why do they have so many friends? That's weird. They have too many people that like them, and you don't see that this person is, you know, they're ready to commit on the next level, and they're actually a super loyal, dedicated person. Like, they have very strong family values, whether it's because they saw their parents go through a divorce or had a single, you know, a single parent growing up, or it's because they lost that parent. They have a lot of commitment that they want to bring to family and relationship dynamics. Yeah, to kids, for sure. So again, they could have, maybe their parent is a widow now, or again, they might have lost a partner. So for you, you're going to be thinking of all these little details about dating and analyzing the dating scene, and you're going to be like, I don't know about this. Let's wait. Let me hold back. Let me pull back because I don't know about this. And they're going to be like, I like you. Let's go. Like, they're going to be inviting you to stuff. Their spirit crew is going to be super like pushing this connection forward and wanting you to, you know, just get it moving, get it popping, basically. I think that their spirit crew will urge them to like pace themselves a little bit, because they know that they don't want to scare you off. Because if this person comes on very directly, I feel like you'll feel like, I don't know what you want. You must be up to something. This is suspicious. Am I just a conquest for you? All right. So collectively, all of your ancestral guides will be trying to bring you guys together and mutually heal trauma. There's so much fire energy though. So maybe you're a fire sign or they're a fire sign. Yeah, they'll feel like you're a perfect, like, you know how they used to call, like, say, like a helpmate, like your helper for life, like the person that fits together to balance your life. Like we fit each other. So they're not going to see any differences as being an issue with that kind of Aquarian energy that they have. It's not going to be a problem to them if you guys have differences. And I think through time you'll see that, but you're going to be very nervous about third parties and about other people being attractive. This person can also come in when you're still grieving an ex. And so you're going to be feeling like, no, and they're going to feel that. They're going to be like, okay, you got some baggage. I get it. Like, you know, people got baggage. Maybe they got a little baggage too. So their spirit crew is going to encourage them in those times that they get nervous about the connection to not give up on it and to like keep giving you a chance. I think you guys will be super sweet and super romantic. Your ancestors definitely planned bringing you guys together, and you're really going to feel that love. I feel like your vows will be very sweet. Like the whole thing is already like your spirit crew's like, do it, get together. It's going to be so great. I think you'll definitely feel like and some of you might not get married, you know, but whatever union you agree to, I think you will feel the presence of those, you know, like if their parent that has passed or whoever in their family has crossed over, you will feel these significant people on the other side, you know, holding you guys together, and you'll know that they approve of this connection. There will be signs. Yep, you could have someone as well, whether it's an animal that crossed over, a family member, your ancestors. You will have where you will get some synchronicities about this person and know that they truly love you, that you're the one that they see, and that this is the person that you've been kind of dreaming of and feeling the connection of for sure. So, and that it's like, okay, it's greenlit. Yes, date them, have fun. That's what we've been telling you. It's like you catch on like way after, oh, are you sure? Are you really sure this is the one? Yes, because you're being very serious and down to earth, which nothing wrong with this. Maybe you are an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, or you could be a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. All right, so yeah, your spirit crew is just going to want you to have fun. You guys do have the energy that together as you get older, you're going to just like get more and more youthful and playful and just like try out your different dreams, your different hobbies, explore different things together for sure. This person's going to really want to spoil you. All right, let's get some more information. Let's do the dice. Actually, before we get their name, let's see where they may be from. Let's look at regions. Now, you guys could be traveling. You know, it's possible. These cards can give clues about their actual culture and country of origin, about where they'll live, places they've traveled, or even like street names or location that they'll be in when you guys meet, okay? So for group Creamsicle, group A1, like the sauce, please let us know for their soulmate that they will be meeting that's coming in. Some information and clues about locations and origins. We have Los Angeles. All right. We have Arizona. Downtown. High. Trail. Stay there, homie. So it could be close to their hometown. It could be that they always go back to a certain area, or it could be that you want them to stay because they're traveling around or they want to move. But with them having so much earth cards that came up, they could really hunker down into one place. We have hustle and bustle, okay? So yeah, this makes sense. A lot of people that live in LA, they travel between Arizona and LA. There's foothills in both areas. There's trails. Yes, hometown. Now for some of you who are more around the world, let's get some options too. We have Spain, Lisbon. Ooh, we got some jumpers. Yeah, their homeland, so they could go, whatever their nationality is, they could go back there quite often. We have the south side and Luxembourg, so they could live to the south of whatever their nation or country is, and that could be significant, you know, because regional areas have different feels. Okay, and we got one more. We got Mexico, which of course is by LA and Arizona and everything. So that could be a thing. Jamaica. All right, so those are some clues. So for instance, this person could be Jamaican, but they could live in LA and have traveled to Mexico and live on the south side of, you know. So it could be a mix of these things. It can also be, let's say that they okay, let's go with that. Let's say they live in LA, a Jamaican person, they live in LA, and then you go and they have a Spanish styled house, right? Which is like a thing in LA, like that certain, you know, Sotillo roofs and stuff. And then they're like, hey, let's go, you know, take this trip. Maybe they stand up for migrant people. They're saying no borders, okay? So they're showing love to people from Mexico. You guys go downtown a lot. That, you know, so it can be a mixture of some of these locations. So I pulled a lot because we are on a general read, okay? So just keep in mind some of these things. But yeah, they'll definitely rep their homeland. So they could have some kind of accent. Maybe their parents, they might be first generation wherever you are, or maybe their grandparents, maybe they're like second or third generation at most if they have immigrated, or they could just have, like, again, a regional accent or something. I'm just getting with the homeland cards being so strongly. Like, you might be able to notice, oh, you're from the South. You know what I mean? Because they got an accent. All right, let's go ahead and get some letters. What's some options for their names, some words for option 1? A1, Creamsicle. That is Soulmate. Let's see. Ooh, this looks like Queen. That's straight up Queen. So they could have a name like Queen or Queenie, or they could go by it. It could be, you know, nowadays we might meet people online. So there could be names that you'll find in their handle, or they could have a moniker, you know, they could have an online persona or something. Okay, oops, that was an S. So we have a Q. It comes with a U because, you know, QU. We have ENTMYOS. Some of these we have doubles of. So we have double O's, double N's, double E's, double T's. We have My, so they could have a name like Maya, Mabel. I just had another one. May, of course. May is a name like that. They could have something like that. They have Nee. They could have like Nini, could be a nickname, something that Nini would be short for. They could have a name like Quentin. For sure, we have Quentin on here basically. They could have Sonia. Noni. I don't know what I'm getting. Noni. We have Nemo on here. They could have Nemo or tied to Nemo. We have Nettie. Oh, it says men's. Men's. I see. I don't know why that's jumping out. So these words or names could be significant that are coming up here. We have Toy. So it could be like Toya, a name like that. Latoya, Toya. Tanya. We could have Minty. Some of them, I feel like they might have like an old school name. Like they could have something that is like from a grandparent. I feel like a grandparent energy around them. Maybe they have like a strong Capricorn or Earth or something in their chart. We have Moon, so they could have a lunar name like Selena, or what else? What else is associated with the moon? Something of that nature. But yeah, they could have a name that was kind of inherited, and maybe they go by like some kind of cute nickname or something that's not actually their name, right? Luna, and then I saw Tunes, so maybe they have a nickname that's related to music, or even something that's related to a cartoon, because I'm getting like Looney Tunes, so maybe they have some kind of like little nickname like that their family actually calls them. They could, for some of you, they can also have kind of a fantasy sounding name, like something that sounds like it would be from like a movie. Maybe their family did name them something from like, I don't know, Lord of the Rings or something, as well. So we have a lot of options here, okay? Oh, we lost our ocean sound. All right, so go ahead and screenshot these letters and see how these come into play for you. also we have people from all over the world. So, you know, maybe in your language, you're like, yes, oh my gosh, their name is from this show, or you know, got popularized, or yes, their name is connected to the moon. There's a lot of names. If you actually look up the meanings, they mean like Jericho is means like it's connected to the moon. So it could be things like that. Okay. So let's do some charms. Then we're going to pull some spicy cards. So the spicy portion will be for 18 plus. All right. So Soulmate coming in. We have all of these charms here for Creamsicle A1. Information about their soulmate. Okay. We have the holiday charms in here, y'all, because that's when I'm filming it. They could be older than you because this looks like BC. Or again, they just have Capricorn placements. They're like Virgo. Strong. So they just seem older. We got Gemini energy here. But again, they can look younger. They have that thing where they seem a little older when they're younger, and then they look younger as they get older, okay? That's so funny. Again, I do feel like they've been through health difficulties. Again, they could have some kind of name related to royalty in some way. So, you know, maybe their name is an inheritance name from their family, or it is something like Regina or royalty or king, or like I said, queen came up. Something could be kind of a regal, there we go, a regal name. It could also be a name that is known to be in a line of the royals of whichever country, okay? We have, they could be an Aries sun or moon for some of you, or they could have siblings that are, the siblings are very prominent for this person. So they could have a Virgo sibling, Gemini sibling, Aries sibling, Scorpio sibling going on here. We also have some Pisces energy around. They could be prominent on Facebook. Okay. I feel like they're very generous. I think they're trying to learn to have more discretion with their generosity, but I do feel like they're very generous. Again, I do feel like they travel a lot, even though they like to hunker down in one place. Oh wow, we got 3 bottles, 3 of the little herb bottles. So this is someone who's very successful. This is the herb that could show for some of you. This person is super athletic. I do feel like they like to have a good time, okay? And they they might like to travel away to have a good time. So this could be the person like at home, they're super chill, you know, but then they go to Vegas and they really turn up. We do have Aquarian energy again over here. I feel like this person's very charitable. They do like to go and do community deeds. They are a humanitarian. They do care about the outside world. They do remember like why they do this. Remind me of because they remember why they do what they do, okay? Why they were able to get their blessing. So maybe they have some kind of fan base, or you know, people who sacrifice for them to get where they could be. And so I do feel like there's someone who will turn around and mentor others. They will go load up a truck or whatever and go do blessings to others. They're definitely a person who will do food drives and toy drives and things of that nature. They will go on social media or something. If it was like one of those call-a-thons, I feel like they would do it all. They really have a huge heart. They're a big lover for sure. They're also naturally very intuitive here. And their intuition comes like very much through their inner child and that spark of life that they have, and trusting their heart. They're very heart-led in things. They do have that, you know, kind of mysterious side to them, and they do know that if they speak something into existence, they can make it happen, especially in business deals. They know they can work things their way for sure. But I don't think that they show that side so much to the front, and I think they're very responsible with that. But they definitely know they might have some kind of tradition or like a little superstition that they do, or something like a grandparent taught them, that they know that they pray a certain way or they carry a certain bracelet. I'm seeing someone like braid a bracelet and wear it. So they can have little things that they do like that that people might overlook, that are actually super spiritual for them, or hold their intention of their wishes, that as they go into meetings, as they're going and doing different things. But I also feel like in a lot of ways this person can be humble. Like they they definitely could like to party and live kind of out loud. I get a very Sagittarian energy. They have like a universal sign kind of energy to them. So like Sag, Aquarius, Pisces, some Capricorn, like they do like to live life, and they could sometimes do some outlandish things to like treat their family, have a good time, touch the stars, but they're also very, very down to earth, and they know, you know, the value of everything. I think, I think they're very respectful of whether it's the earth, the land, finances, other people, people's time and energy, and all of that kind of thing. They're very, very conscious of that, and so they're also very humble, I feel. But yeah, they can definitely turn up. You get them in the right setting, they will turn up. Okay, they can surprise you if they're. So for some of you, this person seems very rigid. Like they seem very down to earth. For others of you, that again they're a bit more eccentric. They have a certain lifestyle. They're part of a certain scene, or they're in sports, or they're in they're influencers or something. So you see a little bit more of their wild side than the other group, but at the same time they seem like very practical and down to earth sometimes, that you might have to be like, let me see that turn up side. For sure. All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to go into the spicy cards. So if you're not 18 or over, please click off. Any spicy information we can know about this soulmate for those who chose Creamsicle group, A1 like the sauce group. How are they going to be intimately? What attraction energy do they have? Okay. We have the Five of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups reverse, and the Wheel of Fortune reverse. So you might catch this person after they've had, again, there's been something with their health. Maybe they've had a setback. Look, we've been talking about athletes. Let an athlete get a little hurt. Oh my goodness, it's a whole thing, right? You got to nurse them back to health, child. So they could have a time where they're very self-conscious, or that they literally have some kind of health thing that they've been taking care of. With all that earth, maybe after the pandemic, y'all, they're a little scared. Okay, so they might say, spritz, spritz, spritz. Okay, might take a while before they let you get close to them. They said 6 feet. But I do feel, though, in a very real way, that this person could have a low swing of that. They can also have where, they did have this Aquarian energy, and they did come from, some of them, from hard times, or they've had some setbacks, and so they could feel a little self-conscious, maybe, even though in one way they're seen as very attractive by others. Maybe there's something that they perceive as being awkward. Like they could have some insecurities about things. I also feel like for some of you, this person could have, they could have been brokenhearted. We did get the Three of Swords, so although I think that mostly applies to family things, for some of them they did lose a partner or have a very severe divorce or breakup. Yeah, so this person, okay, yeah, they could have been, they could have been cheated on. And again, this is athlete vibe. So if they're an athlete, I feel like their partner had run off with another athlete, okay, and just cheated on them or something, or they, and they've been injured and things just happen. So when they are feeling themselves now, again, Six of Wands, very athletic. Okay, they're athletic, and they'll get you tennis for the necklace. Okay, oh my god, before I said it and then I flipped it over, it was the Four of Pentacles. Yes, they will. You will have a good time. So that lets you know, if they're feeling sick, don't try it. They're not the kind of person that's like, oh, let me make you feel better, but we could just, suck it, I'll cure the migraine. No, leave them alone. They're sick. It's very serious. Okay. They're dramatic, I think, when they don't feel well, or if they don't feel confident. They could be somebody who, again, with all that earth energy that came up, even if they have like an earth south node, that's even more, because that means like maybe their whole chart, you're like, their chart's air and all of this, but they have like an earth south node, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. They can be very hard on their body, and they feel like they need to be healthy, they need to take care of themselves, and at least get their body to the peak perfection that they are able to achieve themselves. And so when they're not doing that, this could be the partner who's like, no, leave me alone, like, I haven't been working out, I don't feel good about myself, or I haven't been relaxing enough, right? I've been my body, I need de-stressing time, I want to sit and eat this weekend. So they can be moody about their bodies until they feel they're at the comfort level they like. Okay, and then they're like, grab on. grab on and take a feel of this. Once they feel good about themselves, you probably like, will you put some clothes on? Like, they said, no, take it off. Because they will just be, they'll want to be undressed. They'll want you undressed. Look, and they are funny because they have a very physical love language, like we saw at first. Yeah, Eight of Pentacles reverse. They will spend all their hard-earned money. They will play strip poker with you. They will be over here like, you know, if you're not in the mood, they'll be like, I'll buy you a gift. Let's go. And I don't think it's in a crude way, but some people just have that kind of language where they're like, fine, I'm gonna, you're gonna ignore me because I was in the mood last week, right? With my body. Well, you're gonna come home. I'm gonna have, bought all this stuff, set the stage. I'm gonna have a gift for you, and then another little gift, and another little gift until you all worked up. So they can have a very physical way for sure, but in kind of a monetary way too, of wanting you to feel safe, secure. Like, this is the kind of person that'll be like, what, you're not in the mood? Is it the bed? I'll buy a new mattress. I'll buy a new mattress right now. What is it, the sheets? They will definitely make sure you feel comfortable. What, do we got a bill to pay? Like, you could tell this person, I'm thinking about that bill. They'd be like, let me go pay that bill for you. You're not even married or nothing. Let me go pay that bill. Can't have that interrupted. That makes sense. I would be worried about that bill too. So they understand very logical things too. And they could be talkers. Once they finally open up and you're going on, yes. They could be talkers. This is the pillow talker. They will tell you all their hopes and fears, and every time their heart's been broken, they'll tell you every, excitement when they came out of a tough time. Oh my gosh, they talk so much. I'm like, look, they need to sign a disclaimer or something. Have you signed one talking this much? Magician energy. So yeah, they definitely are earth air energy. For sure, once they get in. So they can be a little bit kinky, they can be a little wild. Seven of Wands. But yeah, if you're like, they go through phases. So it's like, first, when they're feeling good, they're like, yeah, check me out. They're very proud of their body. They want to show off. They can have some Leo type energy. And, they'll understand if they got to coax you, buy you some nice things, set the scene. And then once you guys get going, they'll be talking. They just, nervous talk, intimate talk, sexy talk, kinky talk, all of it. They just talk. Okay, they can have Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. And then, as you, in the night, they can kind of want to have the last say in how you're ending the night here, for sure. It's almost like a little battle at the end of who would last, so they want to make sure that they are the last one lasting, okay? And that they make sure you're good and put away and done for the night. You've gone your several rounds. You can't take no more. They will feel victorious, okay? They've gone from the Six of Wands at the beginning to the Seven of Wands, and then they feel good about themselves. Ace of Swords. And yes, you're going to hear about it afterwards. They're going to tell you afterwards. They're going to tell you in the morning, yeah, that was good last night, huh? I really did that. Did you remember this? You like your gift, huh? Now we need to buy another new mattress. Let's see. Yeah, and they will always think about you. This person could want to have some pictures or some video of you, and they could definitely, if they were away, that would be very hard. They can be a bit of a voyeur with all that fire and air energy. And they would have a very hard time being away from you if you guys travel and stuff, which it does look like they travel a bit. So they would definitely want some pictures, some videos, some FaceTimes. And they would kind of want to be like, okay, what you doing tonight? You're mine at night. There better not be no one else over there. So that is what I've seen for your reading, Group 1. I hope you had fun. We just like to check in and get as much tea as we can along our way of calling in our soulmate. So I hope you got a lot of good little tidbits to tuck away and, help you on your trail of finding them. So please like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I'll talk to you again on another one. Okay, for group, let me make sure I plug this in. We're going to do Group 2. Oops. Of course, I unplugged the whole thing. There we go. All right, group 2 with the Aquamarine. Hey, we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna get a drink real quick. And we're gonna go ahead and do, your clues to your soulmate, or path to your soulmate, or calling in your soulmate. I don't know what we'll call it. I'm doing a live upload here, so you'll have it right away. So first, let's see what they are like. For group 2, calling in group 2, Aquamarine, accuracy and clarity. I feel like this person could definitely be involved in what happens in the world. They don't shy away, I think, from politics, social justice, things of that nature. I definitely think they are proactive in their communities in that way, getting that feeling. Okay, so we have here the 8 of Swords reversed. Yeah, they're not afraid. This is not a fear-based person. We have the Star, Aquarian energy here. 10 of Cups reversed. So yeah, we have some air energy, especially Aquarius. Could be some Gemini. We have Pisces energy. This person, the Sun card, they know that it is positive and hopeful to look at what's wrong in the world and try to fix it, and to not be afraid, and to they're like, if something, if someone's harmed, okay, think of it this way. This is how they think about things. If there's, let's say there's a dog in a kennel and they're harmed, right? They're like, well, the positive thing to do would be to go free them from that, right? So it's good to, allow ourselves to be enlightened enough to look at what needs to be changed and to be the hope to change it, okay? So they have kind of viewpoint on things. Yeah, Temperance reverse. They're not quiet about like, they can kind of gatekeep a little bit. They're not quiet about what they don't agree with that is bad or disharmonious in the world. They're not going to like, not call things out. They're a very positive, hopeful person with the Star and the Sun, but I can see how people who want everyone to just shut up and be quiet and accept the way things are could really see this person as almost kind of a troublemaker. I feel like some people could close them out, like if they were to try to go to, like, Stepford town or whatever, suburbia or whatever. People might be like, oh, you're a troublemaker kind of vibe. But I mean, naturally people really like them, but people could feel like, why can't you just be quiet, like you're rocking the boat in the family. So they could be a black sheep in the family, but people who see them correctly know, they're not a rebel without a cause. They're not out here just causing mischief for no reason. Like, they're actually really trying to bring healing and love and hope and make sure that people aren't, like, in pain or without their voice or whatever. So they're not out here trying to be like, they're not the pot. They'll stir the pot to show that those that are hiding in the pot. Okay, does that make sense? Like, like, see how this ghost is like coming, this like death skull is coming out of this old greasy cauldron. They're like, that's why I stirred the pot at dinner for the family, because you guys are acting like all this stuff is okay and it's not. So, like, yes, I'll be, whether it's the cosmic joker or whatever, like, it's a happy thing. Like, you're over here being mean to cousin Fred. Like, everyone acts like that's okay in this family. So no, it's okay, cousin Fred. I do think that more than most people, they do have a way of being, like, they're very attractive. They're extremely charismatic, extremely attractive, very captivating to an audience. And they can get away with quite a lot. They can definitely have huge humor, be kind of comedic energy. They can have Aquarian Leo polarities in their chart, or 5th house, 11th house. So they're extremely magnetic. And I think the biggest thing too, though, is that people who they don't agree with, they kind of let those people know, like, I don't want you to like me and I don't want you to be in my clique. And I think that's like the final straw, where people are like, fine, get out of our town. But really, I think a lot of people are secretly like a fan of this person, even though they hate that this person like calls them out on stuff or just lives their life in a way that's unashamed and unafraid. This could also be somebody who is LGBTQ plus, or has a lot of friends and family and stuff who is, and so they just are like, no, everyone's gonna be free. Like, I will paint my house in rainbows, like. And so people, if they meet them, it's like they will be annoyed that they like this person so much if they're a bigot, because like they want to like this person and yet they don't like how your partner lives or who they love or include or whatever, you know what I mean? It kind of reminds me of, I was watching this one YouTubing couple, and they are lesbians, and they were saying how people were asking them like not to talk about certain political things, and or to vote the way they wanted them to vote. And I did look over here, we'll do these later, but I do see literally vote right here, on the letter dice. Oh my gosh, it even says November. Whoa. So this person is super, yeah, they're super involved in what's going on in the world. I'm recording this in 2020, as you can see on the date if you're watching this at a later year. So the couple said, we're saying how they were like, no, we're not going to like vote the way you want us to vote, or, just ignore when you comment things that are against like our very lives, but you pretend that you're fans of us. Like, leave our channel. Like, we don't want you to sit here and be fans of us when you don't actually like who we are and how we live our life and who we love and what we stand for, right? Just because you want to like be enamored with our personalities or something. So I feel like that's how your partner is. They're very loud and proud about all the people they love, about their spirituality, about, you know, just all their identifiers. They're big on their friends, their community. They want people to be free. Um, yeah, they just don't believe in a false happy ending. They don't believe in some fake utopia that is BS and is based upon like the wrong kind of gatekeeping, like, oppression and lies, and oh, they just can't stand it. So they got a big heart. And I looked down, we got the Ace of Cups. Okay, so they look like a lover. I mean, people, like I said, even their enemies, like their haters, will be mad because they could definitely have a public following, and they could have where they just have, when people have big public platforms and they have people who watch every single thing they do, but they put hate comments on it. That's this kind of person, because it's like people, again, like they want to love them so much. And if they would just come out of their closed-minded, bigoted viewpoints, they would freaking love this person. They do love this person. They just won't admit it because they're so toxic, right? So this person's super attractive, and it's like they look like love. They open your heart when you connect with them, when you see them. They can reach a bunch of people. They could have a water rising sign, so Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. They can convey a lot of emotions. They could be someone who, they're very dramatic. They can be very theatrical, super entertaining. For some of them, they might be something, entertaining, or in entertainment, I mean to say, or like artistic. Let's see what else we can get about their looks. Yeah, we have, oh my gosh, we have the Two of Cups and then the Three of Cups, and this deck is completely shuffled. So Ace, 2, and 3, people instantly fall in love with this your person. Okay, not this person, your person, and get obsessed. So maybe you already know this person's in a limelight and you're already like asking about them, because we literally have like limelight energy with the star, and then here in the sun, he's like under the lights, and we just have this person adored. They could have strong Cancer energy. We have Sagittarius, Leo, Aquarius, Pisces. So yeah, very magnetic. Could be some Capricorn placements. We have Justice, which came up in the other, so that's funny. Five of Cups reversed. The Three of Pentacles reversed. So yeah, this person seems so effortless. The Tower. They seem like they are like just like the best. They might have that, some of them, where they're like the best bad boy kind of vibe. It's like they're so put together that they can be very bad. And bad boy, I use that term gender neutral because we know what we mean. If we say, like, if I said bad person, you'd be like, what, they're a bad person? If I say bad boy, you know what I mean, right? So they are like so good and attractive and like appealing to people energetically and in their looks and demeanor, that they can get away with really, really pushing pushing the envelope where others couldn't. And then they whip out kind of that, maybe they have strong Pluto or Mars, Aries, Scorpio, Sag, that kind of vibe, Aquarius, and they shake things up. And you're like, whoa, just when everyone was thinking that we should put you on public TV. Um, but yeah, it's like they have this energy of being very fair. So their features, I feel like their features are very well proportioned. They're very balanced. They probably have like their eyebrows are equal distance, and they're what is it, sisters not cousins kind of vibe, and very just have very harmonious features. They could have very big eyes or very water eyes. They have like water sign kind of eyes. So like Cancers can have those big old liquid eyes, sometimes kind of sad eyes. Pisces were known for having big eyes, right? Little sparkle to them. Scorpios have those enigmatic eyes, right? They just stare right through. So they have something. They have kind of water sign eyes. Maybe their moon is in water. Um, and they just don't seem sad. They don't seem sad. If anything, they seem neutral or they get angry, but they never seem defeated, and they never let people get under their skin. And they do have strong martial energy. So man, I'm just like, this is a vibe. Like, they're the kind of person that children and kids and Santa Claus will want to take a picture with them. But then they can go over there to, the toughest areas or whatever's going on, and no one would mess with them. People would have mad respect for them. Like they got that kind of range with the people who are drawn towards them. Yeah. And people always just have that vibe, like they look like their energy shows through their looks. They look like they're a good person. They look like they're somebody who has a good time, who's approachable, who they seem like they're cuddly. They seem like they are a badass all at the same time. um yeah, it's like, man, you kind of look scary, but you also look like super adorable and attractive, and I want to give you a hug. So it's that vibe, I think, where people like, you want them on your side and you want to be like their partner, their bestie, their kind of vibe. um I do get a lot of loose clothing for them, or not necessarily loose, but like maybe they have something fitted and they wear something loose over it. This could be someone that they have like different chains that they wear hanging off, or they have some different loose fabric, or ribbons or something. Like they might wear their clothing cut in different styles where part is fitted and part is loose. They could wear things that are kind of asymmetrical or something, and it just works on them. I do feel like they can pull off some higher quality kind of clothing styles, or they might wear little labels with them. They can also wear things that are very artistic or hard to find. I think this is a person who blends things like that. Like they could be wearing something thrifted or something that their artistic friends, they definitely are always around very artistic people, made mixed in with something that's very, official, or like, a very luxe piece. And they can make it work. They're also someone who might decide to rebel against something and make an artistic statement and cut it up, and wear something shredded that's, people are like, that was, $30,000 jacket or something someone gave them. Because they are the kind of person that people gift them. I think they're super generous. They're the kind of person that you could see having a glass of wine with your grandparents, at a posh vineyard with, or you could see going out and like, getting schnockered and doing things you wish you would regret. Like you can just see doing all of that with this person. And they look like they've probably done it all. Like they just have that vibe to them where you're like, yeah, I could see you being real wild with us going out and having the time of our lives, and then cleaning up, and all of us, would be not even wanting to go to work, but you go in and hold, pitch the best meeting we've ever seen in our company kind of vibe. Like They have that look where they can be real rough one minute, clean up real good, could be all haggard. They remind me of like a, you know, a thespian, an actor or something like that who can play all those different roles. But they're very genuine, and I think at the core they always have that little smirk of themselves. Even if they are a performer, you always sense that them, you know, certain actors are themselves no matter what character they play. You can always just see it. That's this person for sure. So, yeah, but they definitely have a strong, rugged, I can handle a rough time kind of vibe about them, you know, even though at the same time they might have a little baby smooth edge to them. Yeah, super fun. And there could be something about their knuckles. They might have, maybe some of them have tattoos for sure. They could they like to wear a lot of rings on their hands. They could have some of them could have some rough hands, and you might like that, like, ooh, I can tell you do some things. Or they might have some, like, you know, claws on. There could be something about their hands too where they you can tell how they're feeling or what they've been up to, based on what their hands look like. You know, if they've been out working hard on something. Maybe some of them, I do get the feeling for some of them too that they might be into martial arts or boxing or something really intense like that. Intense crew here. They also could be where they can be sugar sweet but have the saltiest mouth and really curse and stuff, but when they want to be eloquent, they're like the most profound, and they can be like having speeches and speaking at movements and things. So this really is that person who's, you know, they're an advocate and they're devil's advocate too. All right, so let's go on to the next portion. They have a really fun, captivating vibe. I could see them, like, people loving to follow them, watch them on TV, do interviews. I don't know if that's what, you know, what all of them would do, but people would probably tell them that if they didn't, because they're just so magnetic. All right, so let's see where what should we do first? I can't remember the order we did it for the other one. So let's just see what's going to, no, not yet. Let's see locations, sorry. Let's see some locations. So this could be part of where they could be from, where they've traveled or lived, where you guys will be when you move. It can also be plays on words for street names or cultural kind of tones to the towns or areas or buildings that you guys will be in, okay? So for those who chose Aquamarine to be, please let us know for their soulmate connection, their soulmate coming in. Yes, let's see. Areas. We have the north side. Oh my gosh, you guys, Connecticut. We always have Connecticut popping up. We have Russia, Dublin, and Doha, Qatar. We also have Colombia, the Northwest. And it could be low, so it could be this is so funny that we got Dublin, because I keep seeing like pub and feeling like bar, something like that, like just seeing like a European bar kind of thing. This could be low. What's it called? Like a one story, could be a single story building that this person is in when you guys meet, or something of that nature. Maybe this person really does like a good drink, because we have Milwaukee and they're like, it's making me think of the Brewers. So there could be something for some of you. This person could be into the beverages, okay? All right, any other areas? I think that's all it wants to, oh, okay, wait. We have Kazakhstan and we have Florida. So there's people from all over the world, but this could be hints to their heritage, to places they've traveled, to street names or city names that you'll be around, or to certain kinds of, you know, even restaurants or whatever that you'll meet this person in, okay? So we have the Northwest or North Side. Low areas could be low country. That's a thing, right? Kind of lower tide kind of country, or it could just be a low, you know, known for low architecture. Okay, we have Dublin, Qatar, I put Doha specifically for some reason, Connecticut, Russia, Milwaukee, Kazakhstan, Colombia, and Florida. Okay, so I'll give you some clues on their background, their travels, things of that nature. All right, so let's see how it's going to go with bringing you guys together. How your soul groups, your spirit crews are going to be bringing you guys together. All right. They have some fun and some tricks up their sleeve, okay? For some of you, I feel like you asked about someone specifically, and maybe they're like celebrity or in the limelight, or they've already started like a political or entertainment career. Yeah, so they're going to do some trickery to get you guys in the same building. I think that's why they're giving us some clues about like what the type of building or scenery might be like. Their ancestors, their heritage is very important to them, okay? And they're very aware of a lot of their ancestors and the importance of who they are, where they're from, their culture. That could play into their political views, into their artistic views, things of that nature. So your energy is already popping. Yeah, I think you already have in mind who this person is, and maybe your ancestors and spirit crew already gave you a clue about it, and you've been maybe you're like, I don't know about this. Is this a cosmic joke? I'm not sure how I feel about being with someone who has a bit of a platform, or who has a lot of people he needs to speak to, or they need to, need to speak to or lead or guide. But at the same time, with the Queen of Wands, I think you feel like your destiny leads you to also like step up and claim more space, and maybe be a teacher or leader, and to interact more. I mean, that's the thing nowadays, right? We interact on social media because that's how we connect, especially with everyone working from home. So at the very least, they could be doing something of that nature, even teachers or doing online classes. Their spirit crew is really going to have them focus on their career and their self, and to make sure that they have their personal fulfillment and their spiritual wisdom intact, and that they're taking care of kind of their familial duties. So your spirit crew is what's going to kind of push you into where they are at and what's going on with them. Yeah, because they do have a lot of responsibilities, I think, that they take care of. I feel like they have a lot of people that they provide for, whether it is friends, they could have nieces and nephews, people they grew up with. Yeah, I feel like there's, I'm just hearing like a lot of little knuckleheads I look out for kind of vibe. So they really take care of a lot of people. For some of them, they could work with the youth as well and have something that they do. They definitely could think about younger generations. So they'll be very, very focused on their worth. On their worth. Okay, that could be something with the Nine of Swords too. Maybe sometimes they feel a bit low, and they have to have those moments of recharging themselves so they can give so much to other people in the public and the collective. Yeah, so I think your work is tied to this person too. So I think that you will you might debate back and forth about if you should travel to the area where you would end up meeting this person, if you should take certain projects, if you just have a lot of questions about what to do. It can come from your own traumas and insecurities and things that you've had. It could come from, maybe you have a child. It could come from your past relationships that you've had. You don't want to end up whether in business or in relationships, to feel like you're kind of wasting your time. Or yeah, I see you trying to get like a lot of projects and things off the ground, experimenting with different maybe social media platforms, or different avenues of spiritual studies, or different avenues of maybe your actual studies and business. And again, you could have a child or a few children, so you could be help guide their path. And that's what all of these different paths could be, is trying to get them kind of launched off into life successfully, which is good, because I see this person really cares about children, and they're very good with the youth. Okay, it's something that's very important to them if you do have kids. Yeah, so I feel like you're just gonna be feeling like, I'm tired over here. I'm tired. Maybe you feel like sometimes you've been having some financial issues, and you just don't feel like you want to move forward. So your spirit crew is gonna have the biggest time getting you moving forward. This person could have a prominent partner at some time, but I do feel like they will part ways. Yes, and they are actively looking for their soulmate and trusting that their soulmate's going to bring that person to them. So, and they will feel that you are kind of lagging, or that maybe you're not as anxious to meet them as they are to meet you. They definitely have very intense like telepathy, and like it's basically like they can drop. It's making me see how you know, when your kids at Valentine's Day at school, you go to, everyone has like a little bag or something, or a little box that they make, and you drop their Valentine in. Like they just can come and just like drop a little message to you spiritually in your dreams or your telepathy or whatever, just like a little Valentine. So they try to encourage you because they are super romantic, and they feel like it's, they sense that their soulmate has gone through a lot. Ooh, I just feel like, I think that they've done, yes, I think that they've done readings. They've gone to a professional as well, or at some point, if they haven't already, they're going to be getting this information. So they're going to be understanding that you've gone through some things, that you know you need encouragement to come their way, and that there is a soulmate out there for them. So they will get their confidence back. They'll keep doing their good works and be ready for their next partner. Um, for you, you can get overwhelmed because you might focus on the spiritual side of the connection so much that you don't take steps to move forward in the physical realm, and you feel like, no, I don't think this is real. Yeah, it's like, it's good you're getting this reading, okay? Look at this. I'm just like, come on. You might try to settle and just say, I'm going to get a life partner. So your spirit crew is going to have a hard time really getting you to trust just in your life, I think. So the more that you trust your spiritual path and kind of your, you know, where you're meant to travel, and what business things you're meant to do, and what you're meant to do for your community and things of that nature, you'll get closer to this soulmate, because I think that you have a lot of doubts and fears. Yeah, Eight of Spades here, and it can be hard. Ooh, it just wanted to jump out and say, hear that, say, with the Eight of Wands there. So just try to be open. I know it can be tough sometimes, right? We can feel discouraged, but they want to encourage you. So let's look at these dice again. We have the letter L that wants to jump out. That can be significant. Soulmate coming in for Aquamarine 2D. All right, we have a Lee, so they could have Lee in their name. They could have Leaf as a name. There are different variants of Leaf as a name. We have SLEFJCHWMOS. Okay, so there could be also two M's, two W's, two E's, or two L's in their name. Okay, yes. You could see their name on something they sell. That could be the first time that you see it. They could have the name CJ, JC. They could have a name like Ella or L. Oops, I turned that. What was that, an L? Okay. They could have Jess as a name. Or so that's anything that is, I mean, there's so many Jess names. Jess, Jessie, Jessica, Jessica, Yesenia. They could have any name that starts with a Jess. They could have a name like Jules. Yeah, they could definitely have a name like Jules, or they could have a name that is a jewel. So like, I've known people Garnet, Sapphire, Ruby, Emerald, Opal, Pearl, which isn't technically a gem, but so they could have a name like that. Topaz, Aquamarine. I've heard all those names, y'all. So they could have something like that. They could have a name like, oh, it's making me think of Ceci. I'm seeing like Cecil. So maybe they have a little bit of an older name, or Caesar or Cesar. They could have that kind of name. They could have Whitney. They could have Melanie or Melody. Okay, so and remember that names could be their it could be like their handle, their screen name. It could be a name of something that is like their collective, their artist collective, or something, you know, something that would be prominent that you would grab onto. I'm seeing fellows, so maybe like, for instance, like, you know, they're like, oh, my rap group is you know, High Fellows or whatever. You're like, oh, okay. You're like, oh my gosh, fellows. So it could be something like that. Okay. Anything else that's specifically, I mean, you guys can screenshot this. Let's see if anything else is specifically jumping out at me. They could have Lilo or Leland. Sechem. All different kinds of names. Fallon. Yeah, so that's what I'm seeing for here. Let's jump in. Oh, Will. They could definitely have Will. Wilhelmina. Something like that. Okay, let's do some charms. And after that, we'll do spicy cards, which is only for 18 plus for that part, okay? So let's get, I'm going to have to shake these up a bit. Charms in here. For those Aquamarine or Soulmate coming in. Okay. Soulmate. Ooh. There are holiday charms in here because if you see when I'm filming this, it's December. So I have different mixes of charms. We have Virgo coming out. Okay, we have the diadem, and I was wondering, when I was looking at the charms, I was thinking of the like Lord. So they could have a name like Lourdes or Lord or something like that. Okay, we have very youthful energy again, them being very, very good with children. We have them wanting to spoil you. This person is, yes, they're ready for the spicy cards. This person could be very, very kinky. They like sexy clothing. Okay, so whether they like to wear it themselves or have you wear some or both, they could like to dress you up. Yeah, they definitely are very dramatic. We do have a charm that says Queen. Some of you are watching more than one pile because the last pile also did have names that were royalty related, although that is something that's very common actually, especially if you look up the actual meaning of people's names. They could also have man in their name, like Goodman or I don't know, a ton of names have man in it, right? Bellman or something like that. They could be Mexican for some of you. We have a mariachi. They could be a again an entertainer, a performer. We have a very unique star, and we have a performer here, so that could be a thing. They could love vehicles. We have a bicycle going to a motorcycle, so they could have that. There is kind of an Aries edge to them. That we have Scorpio here. They could like to take a ride or a walk on the wild side. We have letters Q and Y here that could be significant. I feel like if you basically with this question, usually when I get Q, it's very specific questions coming up, and then we have the yes from the Y. So I think that they're definitely kind of a yes person when you're with them. We have Sagittarius energy. They're very curious and very adventurous. So as long as it's not something that would like go against them morally, if you have an adventure you're up for, if you have a something you wanted them to send you, a little gift or something, you will get a yes from them. I feel like you will be behind the scenes with this person and see sides of them that they don't show anyone else. With the Black Lightning here, it's like you see behind whatever superhero energy they have to put on for everyone else, and you will be able to see different sides of them. I am definitely seeing this person would want to have children. So if that's not something that is in your plans, you might see, yes, there's a little magical baby. So they could know that their child would be super spiritual or talented or gifted, and they just really feel the urge, like I'm meant to have, a child, and they will see how they can accommodate them in their travels and just seeing the world and have a very unique parenting. They do think about their ecological footprint that they leave on, or their environmental footprint that they leave on the earth. So they could want to have a smaller home, even if even though this person seems to live a pretty luxe life, they could be like, well, we don't need to have like this huge house for no reason. And they could do trade-offs, like if they're like, man, I really love, I travel and I do love these vehicles, but they might do alterations to make them more eco-friendly, or they might really make sure to offset their carbon footprint and to downsize in other areas so that they're not just causing waste in all areas. This person tries to authentically be themselves at all times, even though they have parts of themselves that they don't really show to everyone. Again, we have more Virgo energy, and we have Leo. So this person, they feel like they try to be like their best, kind of most divine self, and they really expect their partner to as well. Like they want that super, like they believe in soulmates, and they want somebody who's like, I'm a goddess or I'm a god, I'm here, I'm divine, I'm powerful, we should be our best selves and live out loud, and see ourselves, like they have that energy like me. I believe in myself, and I expect I should have, a position of leadership because I will be a good steward of it. And I want a partner who also has confidence and believes in themselves and can accept the good things for themselves, and then like be like a good steward, and helping out and everything for everyone else as well. So they have that kind of vibe to them. For some of you, you're going to be from different cultures. But yeah, they definitely would like you to dress up in some lingerie, or, to get them in some shoot. They might like to, regardless of like gender identity or whatever, I think they like to feel good. They like nice things on their skin. They like to do things that are, they just want to feel a little sexy too. It's not just for you, it's for them too. They are extremely loyal. Extremely loyal. I don't feel like once you guys connect that either of you is going to have a fear about cheating or anything. Like they give their whole sexual self to their partner, mind, body, soul. They feel like this soulmate connection is like we're divine, again, counterparts in a lot of ways. Like not just in like this heady spiritual way, but like in this physical world, like we fit, like we're meant to be here and kind of be the leading people of our lives together, and it works, right? But yeah, they definitely love to, this could be someone who would, like, again, have a smaller house and then have a lot of land to them. They do have a lot of care for the earth around them. And yes, there's the tree, because I was feeling like planting trees, the carbon offset, things of that nature. I think that your birthdays would be ridiculous. I see them spending a lot of money on your birthdays specifically. A lot. We have the letter G, that can be significant. I do feel like this person has a lot of friends that would be around. Through the years, some of them might go, and some friends might not keep to the same morals and stuff and kind of dwindle because they were more fans or more attracted to this partner's energy. But overall, I think this is someone who always tries to deal with their kind of shadow sides, as people say, and they want a partner who can, feed them when they're empty and have nothing left in their tank, and who can call them out, but not try to villainize their weaker points against them. Like call them out or help build them up in their weaker sides, but not just be like, aha, we found the cosmic flaw and now we're going to get you because we feel insecure around you, right? They want a strong, powerful, intelligent partner here with this energy. Scorpio, Virgo, Leo, Sagittarius. They want someone inquisitive, smart, with their own vision, someone who can, see small details, big details, someone who's powerful, spiritual, but still loves to live the good life. Yeah, and we also have the letter C. So that's what I see for this. Let's go ahead and see any little clues they'll tell us about the spicy side of things. Some fun readings. Good thing I decided to do this one as a straight live upload. You don't see me chat because I'm doing it private. It's a live record, but without access to the public, and then I will make it public so everyone can come watch. So go ahead and comment as you're watching. All right, for group 2B, I always say 2 or B, so I'm just going to say 2B. We're in room 2B here. Aquamarine, please let us know about the spicy connection here with the soulmate coming in. Okay. We have the Five of Swords reversed. This person does not like to fight and debate with you. They could feel like, I have to do so much of that externally, right? Just to be myself, or because I stand up for rights, and then people are like, doing an interview or, challenging them in class or whatever about their opinions or their family is. So they really don't want to argue. They don't want to fight. I don't think that they get turned on by like crap talking to each other, shit talking to each other in the bedroom, okay? They like things to be pretty balanced. They do like to have a bit of physical kind of wrestling around and tug and play back and forth. We did see some Leo energy, but yeah, they don't like kind of the negative side of Aquarian energy that's like, let's just sit here and debate and like blah blah blah. They don't want to do all that. They get more physical in the bedroom. They like a balance, like you're on top and they're on top. They're the ones initiating this time, you're the one initiating next time. Have times of being very like dominant and aggressive, and then have times of sitting back and just watching. Ooh, they love that changing of the time frames. They're very non-traditional. So again, for some of you, this is not a traditional relationship. We have Leo energy again with the sun reverse. They're like, I'm nobody's golden child, like nobody's gonna dictate my sex life, period. Not gonna happen. Queen of Swords, they could have had people that tried to hold them to that. They could have had people who tried to raise them religiously or make them take some kind of vows about their sex life, and they're just like, it's not happening. If I want to open all the windows and let everybody see, if I want to go on a nude beach or whatever, I'm gonna do what I want. Like, I'm gonna be free. They really want to have a healthy sense of confidence, and they could love just stripping down, bare naked. They can definitely love outdoor sex for sure. Look, and then I turn it, and this one is the Nine of Wands, but he's seeing her take her clothes off outside. So yeah, and this one too, they're Two of Cups outside. So this person really likes to focus on the passion between you guys. They're not sitting here worried about an ex. They don't even want to overly just focus on oh, we're trying to make a family, we're trying to have a kid kind of thing. They want to focus on their partner. They want to focus on the exchange of energies, your desire roaring out for them, their desire roaring out for you, the temperature change in your bodies, like the very primal, the scent, the smell, the temperature, inside then outside, and they just want to be alive with you. They kind of have this animal instinct that comes out for sure. So yes, they like upside down blowjobs, all this kind of stuff going on. Okay, let's just give in to our desires. Let's not worry about it. Oh, I keep doing that. You might be a little bit shy about some of these things, okay? Or they can be, if they're not at first expecting a command, and you switch up the energy in the middle of like an energy surge that they're having, they could be like, what? No. And then they're like, oh, okay. I got you now. Let's go. This person also gets more intimate after they how is this playing out? Okay, let me see. Because I feel like, okay, this person doesn't need official marriage commitment in order to be committed to you, but they need your word. So again, some of you could be in places where this is an LGBT plus relationship, and you can officially get married or something, or you guys could be where you don't want to get married, or where you don't want to have children or cannot have children. And so this person doesn't need those kind of official things to commit with you fully, mind, body, spirit, as a intimate partner. They do need your word though. They need your intention. They need to, they want to see that look in your eyes that you guys are truly yours, each other's, before they pounce. And then they can feel free to, they don't care, they'll do it anywhere, everywhere. Let them watch, let them try to put a sex tape scandal, let them try. Like, you're mine and I'm yours. And they're not worried about it. I don't care what your family thinks. So in that case, they won't be worrying about, again, religious constructs or gender laws, or, any of that kind of thing. They won't be thinking about some ex. They won't be thinking about any of that. They won't be trying to make a family or fertility or nothing. They're just going to be thinking about getting you there. Okay. They're not the most emotional though, so that they could, yeah. I feel like if you're like a crier and stuff, you guys might have to work that out at first because they're not a big communicator. They're fire and earth is how they physically are intimate. Okay, so their passion, they're speaking through their, again, their breath, their temperature, just changing position, skin to skin, like all of that is speaking to them. They're not like swords in water, so they're not like criers, or they're not sit here and talk about things right now. Maybe afterwards they can talk about some things, but during, they're not like analyze the spiritual meaning of this, but they are big on the experience leading to a bigger kind of spiritual epiphany that falls over you guys like a gentle blanket afterwards. You know what I mean? Um, so yeah, as long as that, you guys might, if you're like, ooh, I'm like super emotional and stuff when I'm in the bed, that could, they might stop and be like, what's wrong? Like, are you okay? What did I do? Like, what? Like, they are someone, the Six of Swords here, that they really want to make sure that you feel safe. Okay, so they will try some wild stuff. They're like, yeah, let's go. They're up here in the hay and doing all this, but they really want to make sure you feel safe. For sure. And there's somebody that they don't care. They're going to be like, once they love you, they're like, you always look good. If you did get pregnant, they wouldn't care if you were on this time of the month or whatever. If you're getting old, they're just like, bring them old bones over here. If we can still get moving. Look, it looks like even when y'all can't even move like that no more, they're just like, man, if I could move right now, you know what I'd be doing? If we still had those goods. Now, for some of them, a select few, after you guys have had more experience together, they will start, it could be a transit or something that goes through, they will get a bit more emotional in their lovemaking. For some of you, it could also be after they've had a child. So especially if they would be the child bearer in the connection, they could be emotional while they're pregnant, after they have a child. But some of them, after that experience, they might just, I don't know, handle their emotions differently, for sure, if that applies. Those of you who will have kids, you might end up having 3 kids, and I'm seeing fire, earth, and water signs here. So yeah, so just a little sneak peek. Just, just to the styles. We're not going so detailed into every touch and caress, but giving us some overall style. So that's what I'm seeing. I hope you like this little whirlwind look into clues about your soulmate coming in, things to tide you over. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I'll talk to you again on another one. Group 2. Hey. Well, bye. Group B. Hey, Amethyst. Let me get a little drink. So we're recording this live but private, which is good because it's really long. And then I'm going to publish it, and you guys will be able to see it. So we're going through a whole bunch of decks of cards. We have dice and charms and stuff, location cards, and we're going to see clues about your soulmate coming in. Okay, so let's start to see what they're like, any little backstory we got for them, that kind of thing. Calling in the good soul crew, the good spirit crew, spirit crews of group 3C, or Amethyst, and their soulmate. Their soulmate's good spirit crew in a good way, with all honesty, accuracy, and clarity for this reading. Please let us know here some details and information about this soulmate. I'm filming this in December, if you guys are watching this later on, so there are some Christmas themed things or winter holidays, but it tends to lean towards more Christmas, doesn't it? When they do that in the charms and in the cards. Okay, so we have the Wheel of Fortune, 7 of Cups, or 7 of Potions here, and the 4 of Needles, 4 of Swords. The King of Cups. Someone say, yes, that's my soulmate. Look, you're like you won the lottery. Please shake the chi-chi. That's my soulmate. Some of you are like, if it doesn't say the King of Cups, this is not my reading. 2 of Cups. Ooh, how I'll raise you a 2 of Cups. How about that? Some of you, they're a gambler for sure. We have the Eight of Cups reversed, which gets us back to the Seven of Cups. This is a dreamer. They don't walk away. If you take this person to Vegas, they're not walking, babe. But you know what? I'm lucky. You're my lady luck, okay? This person, they feel like they're divinely connected. They feel like, let me just shake it just right. They're going to love that we're doing some dice over here. Okay, they're going to play spades on you. Just, bah. Yes, they're hard-headed. They're hard-headed because people will be telling them stop. Like, why? This is definitely the person where you'll be like, you play too much, and they're like, no, it's fine, it's fine. How you can tell me it's fine? I'm the one you're tickling. They're goofy, they're playful, they're full of life. They want to turn everything on side of its head. They will just do the most for a laugh. They're big dreamers. If they have an idea come in, they can get stuck to it though. They will go down with the ship for a dream before they can admit they were wrong. You'll come home, they'll say, oh, I bought some llamas. What? Yeah, no, but their fur, it has healing properties, and you're just like, what? You said, no, they're gonna be great for stockings. Everyone's gonna want stockings this year, so we're gonna have some healing magical llama stockings, and babe, you better take those llamas back. I can't take them back. They're llamas, right? So you guys, you will just be, I feel like throughout your life, you will be astonished at the conversations you end up having. You know how people end up doing the social medias that are like, they're just based upon like conversations I have with my 3-year-old or something. You could do one of those based on the stuff that comes out of your soulmate's mouth. You're just like, did we really just have this conversation? I feel like they're super smart, but they're really gullible. Okay, they're gonna need y'all to look out for them because they're really wise. We have a lot of Scorpio and Sagittarius energy. We have Cancer here. We have Aquarius, but they're just so dreamy. And you know what? I love Sag and Cancer energy, but I've known some Sages with Cancer moons, and they were just so gullible. Really, I told them there's gullible written on the ceiling, and they were looking. And they were like, where? And I said, no, it's a joke to make you look because you're gullible. And they're like, oh, but where is it written? So this person, they can be sharp as a whip sometimes. I mean, let's not get it wrong. They can hustle. But at the same time, sometimes you're like, babe, it doesn't work like that. They got you. This is snake oil. This is not going to make your hair grow. Like, and they're like, wait, if I just shake it to the left, I think it said rotate. You're like, if you know what, who did this to you? Out here looking like Curly the Clown. What's going on? Oh my gosh. So I feel like this person is hilarious. They know people. They know everybody. It's like you could go on a road trip with this person. They'll probably try to talk you into it. And you're like, what? How the hell do you know somebody over here? And this place is literally called Boondocks, Alabama, or, wherever it is. How do you know someone out here in the middle of the desert, no name, in Nevada? What? Well, this one time I had, never mind, I don't want to know. Legally, should I know this? But this person, they have big Jupiter energy. They could have a very prominent Jupiter on their midheaven, which is their 10th house cusp, their ascendant, their first house cusp, or on their sun, moon, Venus, Mars. Oh my gosh. This person could be a traveler. For some of you, this person, they could have done some time behind bars. They could have, whether it was just from them being silly and just acting up when they're young. I feel like this person could do story time just every day for the rest of their life and be cracking people up because they'll be like, oh my gosh, this one time. This person could have had a lot of different hairstyles, a lot of different hair colors. For some of you, this person's into cosmetics. They could be a beautician of some sort. They could be heavy-handed on it for sure. They could have a Sagittarius rising. They could have let's see, they could have Aquarius or Taurus rising as well. They could have Scorpio rising, of course, that's here. They could be into, for some of them, they could do something with drinks or beverages. So they could be a bartender. They could have a vineyard. They could do, maybe they sell their own kind of drinks, lotions, creams, something out there. They do have that kind of like get money quick thing. So, oh, it's trending to have a shop to do such and such. Look, I can make oils. Like, I'm like, get out of here. They're like, no, I put good energy here. Look, it's a hopes and dream oil for a salad. It's just, what are you doing, right? They could have some Pisces with this Jupiter too. So they're just super fun. I think they probably had, it depends. For some of them, they had a dad like that they just always saw, just do the craziest things, always coming up with something, and just made them feel like if you want it, go and get it. If you dream it, you wanna have, meet a llama, go buy a llama farm. Like it's just like, they saw that. And for some of them, they actually, behind the scenes, they have some really dark things that they went through. And so they are like, I'm never going to stop moving. I'm never going to stop trying to have fun. I'm never going to let anything get me down, because if everything's a joke and everything's a game, then everything can be played too, right? Not just me. And so they kind of have this dreamer, keep up with luck, um, play the game with fate instead of letting fate just come and stick its thumb on you kind of vibe. But yeah, they definitely are opinionated. This is definitely someone when they drink a lot or something that they, and they could, for some of y'all, they could really like to drink and stuff, or to eat a lot, or just indulge in some ways. Some of them, they won't be eaters, but they'll be like, again, they'll go out and literally gamble. But this is the person, their mouth can get them into trouble. Okay, so they could have, you might have a hard time keeping up with which friends they do and don't talk to, or which family members they do and don't talk to. But with the King of Cups and the Two of Cups, like, their partner is everything for them. Like, that is their family, that is their nucleus, that is their heart and soul. Okay, for some of you, they will have tattoos that they've crossed out or something from past partners, because this is a lover. I think it did take them some rough work growing up into the King of Cups after, being this little Page of Cups and all the other ones, reverse and forward and backwards. But so they will, they will maybe have some scars or marks, that you will be able to see. You're like, oh my gosh, is your whole social media every ex you ever had? And they're just like, I'm an open book. So they can be one of those kind of people. And yes, there are Scorpios who are open books. And yeah, sometimes you're like, did I want to know this much information? All right, so let's see a little bit more about how they look. They definitely could be bald, whether they shaved their head or whether it was intentional, because I'm seeing bald. Balds. Let's see. Some of them, they do have some kind of scars. They could have had surgery. Yeah, they could have had surgery for whatever reason. For some of them, it's going to be something like just dumb they did. For some of them, it could have been when they were younger, some kind of more serious thing. They could have a lot of tattoos. All right, we have Four of Cups. We have Queen of Swords reverse. We have Five of Swords reverse. So, in this card, it's defeat. They have a hard time just saying when, like, just give up. You lost. Stop talking smack. Just be quiet. Okay, so we have the King of Pentacles, we have the Six of Swords reversed, and we have the Three of Wands. So they could have Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo as well. We have all elements here, and it is a general read, but yeah, a lot of Sag, Aquarius, Scorpio firstly, and then we have some Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo possible, some Cancer, maybe some fire in their chart for sure, besides Sag as well, Aries or Leo. So this person, they seem to hide their face a lot. Maybe that, it does look like some of them have scars or burns or something of that nature, so maybe they have something like that. Some of them could have like face tattoos, or something that, so it could be covered in a different way, like they have tattoos, or again, they have a lot of makeup. There's masks or shadows in almost all of these, and yes, it is a stylistic deck, but all the cards aren't like that. There's plenty of them where they show their face. In every single one of these cards, the face is either turned away, shadowed, literally masked, or has like something on it. So this could be a person who really shies from the limelight. It could be a person, again, because they got a record, okay, that, and I don't mean I don't mean on the top Hot 100, okay, that they're just like, nope. They could not have a lot of social media presence because they just don't roll like that, okay. Again, reasons on a need to know basis. They could be super incognito about things like that. They could have a hairstyle that kind of is into their face, like some kind of bangs, or something mysterious like that. um or it could just be, for some of them, they just kind of energetically have a different face that they very obviously put on in public. So they could have like a Libra rising, a Gemini rising, something like that, where it's like, okay, like this is my people in public face, and it's just almost like a whole different person. It's like they would literally look different than how they would be once you know them and you're at home chilling with them. It's like you could take a picture in them in both phases, and people would not even see it as the same person, because they just hold themselves so differently. They look differently. Their hair is different when they're out in like this like salesman personality kind of thing. So it could definitely be kind of a facade, or something that they have, an external personality or a public persona kind of vibe, that's different than when you know them. And I do think you'll know the other side of them as you get close to them. Of course, here with the Two of Cups and the King of Cups. Um, mhm. Yeah, and maybe some of them just actually, I mean, people, like I said, a lot of the readings that I get usually talk about different platforms that people are on, because we're all on social media nowadays. So if they are known and they do a lot, it could be like, let's say if they host a YouTube channel, they might have it where they have themselves kind of out of view, or like their whole shtick is that they wear a mask while they're doing mukbangs or something. There's something, they're in character. There's something like that about their looks, okay? Yeah, but they're definitely how they dress to go out. They could be a cosplayer, like somebody who like they cosplay for like a living, or they're, very set to a certain time period, whether that's the 70s, Vegas king, whether that's, pinup queen from the 50s, whether that's whatever it is. They could be very set, but it's like this person has like taken off their whole face, and they have another mask here and have a completely different look. So I feel like this person, like let's say they grow, if they don't have to go to work for the weekend, they grow out a whole beard that quickly or something, and they just have a completely different vibe. But then they shave and they go to work in a tux when really. All right, so other features. I'm sorry, I'm so focused on that because I'm just like, whoa. I think they have very long arms. I think they tend to be covered a lot of the time. They could have sleeves. Okay, they could have sleeves as tattoos for sure. But I think they have very long arms, and I think they tend to keep their arms covered. Again, I feel a lot of insecurities. For some of them, I am seeing bandages, so they could have more marks, scars, burns, birthmarks, something why they cover their arms. For some of them, they just, again, are a bit self-conscious, or it's just their style. They just tend to stay covered. For some of them, it could be their beliefs. But yeah, I see long sleeves most of the time. Even when it's hot, I think that's just what they rock. It's just what they do. Some of them, again, it could be their classic style. It's making me think of like Jadena or something, and his little suits and stuff. Could just be how they rock things. Those who have tattoos from this group will have a lot of tattoos. Like they could have, and I'm getting reconstructive. So some of them, I really think that there's been some people who have had major surgeries or reconstructive surgeries, or maybe this person has broken their nose. And so when they show you their old picture, you'll be like, oh wow, you don't even look like this, the same person or whatever, because you looked a lot different. They could be someone who's just out of choice, has had plastic surgery. They could have been someone who transitioned, and so they've embraced their truer self, or they've recreated themselves, or however it came. Okay, about they had a lot of healing time. This person always looks active. They have a lot of energy to them, okay? They always look like they're moving. Whether it's for those of you who they got a little bowl of jelly on them, okay? That could be that they're always moving, honey, okay? They always got a little jiggle, a little sway to them. But some of them have a lot of nervous energy, so they can have some air energy, fire energy, where it's like a little bit restless. They always look like they're about ready, like even if they sit down, they look like they're about ready to hop out of a chair. I am seeing people who are very thick on here, a very curvy. Some that are, yeah, just have a fuller, more robust kind of build. And then for the others of you, it could be a very, very thin person, almost like a waifish kind of quality to them. not even lean. I would say, you know, skinny, slim. Okay, they just look like the air. They're just, and especially the way they move, how they're always like anxious, or they're always just ready to hop up for action. It's almost like you feel like the air is just blowing them. Here they go, there they go, here, there. Some of them are always mobile. They're always on, you know, skateboards, bikes, or they always got a phone in their hand. Very mercurial. That's what I'm getting. Very mercurial energy to them. I'm like over here, like moving around. Okay. Some of them, they seem all, you know, all legs and knees and arms and elbows kind of vibe, right? Long hands kind of thing. You might notice their wrists, and a lot of them like some kind of jewelry. They wear a lot of wrists, things on their wrists, whether it's like gloves or rings, bracelets. They might wear a lot of things around their neck, big necklaces, thin necklaces, a lot of chains, you know, big kind of collar kind of things. Some of them do wear like strappy kind of harness type things, and you know, depending on their style and where they are. This is definitely the group that could be wearing like the big headdresses, you know, halo kind of headpieces, hats, hoodies, just a lot of things like that. They're very much into changing up their look, playing their look, augmenting their look, that kind of thing. All right. Yeah, I think a lot of them have thinner facial features too. Leaner noses, a little bit thinner lips. I'm not seeing such prominent cheekbones, but maybe a lean look to the face. Okay. So let's keep going. We got a lot that we are reading on. Let's see. Let's see some locations. This could show their origins, the origins of their family, like their ethnicity. It can show places that they have traveled to, where you guys will meet, or where they'll live when you meet them. It can show plays on words for cities, street names, or house styles or building styles of places where you will go. So this is index cards that I've written cities and countries and states on, okay, from around the world, and also kind of area location things like northwest or south side, or high, low, those kind of things. Sorry, that was a card that didn't go in here. All right, for those who chose 3C, Amethyst, calling in, oh, we already called in, but yes, sticking with your good spirit cruise, please let us know location indicators and all other plays on words that can give information about this soulmate coming in for this group. All right, we got hot and dry, South Africa, Taipei, Taiwan. All right, we also got St. Petersburg, Madagascar. This is the card that tried to drop out last time, and I had put it back because I hadn't fully finished. We have Seattle. We have Russia with this. Russia came out in another pile too. And Connecticut again. You guys, Connecticut, it's a thing. If you haven't been on our lives, Connecticut always wants to come out. And Maryland, okay? Okay, we also have downs. They could be from down under. They could be from, you know, if there's upper, lower Manhattan or something. They could be from downtown area. You know, something that's down directionally on the map. It could be a play on words, again, for a style, a business or a place that's around them. We have Poland as well, okay? We also have the north side. So maybe there's something that's like a uptown, downtown, or north side, south side kind of vibe about this connection. We're pulling a lot because there's a lot of people. So for instance, this person could be South African, but you could meet them in Maryland and find out that they had traveled to Taiwan and that they were currently contemplating a move to Seattle, you know, for business. So it can, you know, play in like that. So not all of these places might not resonate completely with everybody, but a good portion of them in some way will. We also have Tunisia, okay? So I try to incorporate as many countries and, you know, places that I could in these cards to, you know, a lot of people around the world don't get options in these picker cards. All right, they could be Taiwanese, and then, well, here, let me put Tunisia in case anyone's like screenshotting for the record books. They could be Taiwanese and had lived in Russia for a while, and now they're settled in Connecticut. You know, there's so many ways that this can go by. You could meet them and be like, oh my gosh, I live on the north side. You've lived downtown all this time. I didn't even know. Hot and dry again could be the season it is when you meet them. It could be how you're feeling when you meet them, honey. A little hot, a little dry. Okay, we did have the down under. No. Let me stop. We also have Ghana, okay? And the Midwest. So I'm gonna stop there. Oh, okay, Maine. Last one, Maine, because those were kind of ones that were fit regionally. Let's look at letters, and we'll do charms, and then we'll do spicy things last. Those who are under 18, you can't watch the spicy portion, okay? Letters, calling in letters of names and, you know, words that will be significant for this connection here for group 3C, Amethyst, and their soulmate that's coming in. All right, I definitely saw Samoa as the things were shuffling. Oh, we kind of still have it here. Let's see. Well, we have a technical. Yeah, we do have. Wait, no, I just spelled that wrong. Samoa. So they could be Samoan or have some connection to Samoa here. Wilco, I'm getting the name Wilco. Salome could be their name. May we have. They could have Hazel, Hannah, Sam, Samantha, Samuel. Any type of version of that. I'm seeing Noel. Any spelling could be a thing. So let me tell you the letters. We have SAMHWEOLR. Letters we have double of are S, M's, W's, E, O, and A. Okay, I'm getting Reno, even though we don't have all the letters here. I'm just going to kind of let myself gaze, and, you know, usually with letter divination, some of the letters are missing. Their name could be a color, so they could have a name like Violet, Blue, Scarlet, Goldie, something Ebony, Indigo. Okay, something of that nature, okay? They could have the name Emma, Elsa, Adeline, Ari, Ori, Asi, Amy, Harriet, Mary, or any version. There's so many versions of Mary. Any name that has Mary or a version of Mary in it. They could also have an animal name, something that is connected to like I'm seeing eagle, hawk. Like, especially I'm getting avian names. So maybe they have a name that denotes flight or is a bird, robin, something like that, sparrow. I'm seeing Ama, Ima, so there could be significance. They might have their mother's name or their grandmother's name. So getting those kind of names. They could have a name that's a country as well. I don't know, I'm getting like Syria. Maybe their name is Syrian. Or Sirius, okay? Star names. So there's a lot in this group. They could have something, yeah, something like Syrian, Sicily, Syrian, Osiris. Oh, I do know someone named Orion, and I have seen that name a lot more often lately. They could have a name that's something like that too, Omarion, a name similar sounding to that. I'm seeing Leo here, so they could have a name that's connected to lions or cats. Yeah, so some of you, they'll definitely have an African American name, okay? Something from our culture, okay? Let's see. Yeah, so I'm seeing a lot. I'm really wanting to zone into the names on this one. I think they're gonna have a cool name though, whatever it is. And for some of you where their name was, okay, they could be like Bella, something of that nature. Some of you that had a name that was a bit more common, they might have two of those names, like Bella Maria, or uh, I don't know, Hannah Emma. That doesn't really, something like that. Okay, they could have two names. Okay, so 18 plus portion. Let's just see their style. We're not going to go into a particular scenario necessarily, or at least so far we haven't. We're more just going to look an overview at their style in the bedroom, okay? We got the spicy cards. For those who chose 3C, Amethyst, please let us know. Oh, we didn't even do charms. We'll do your charms after, y'all. Please let us know spicy info about their soulmate partner coming in. Two of Swords reversed. This person's impatient. They're super impatient. The Empress. Oh my gosh, they want to worship you. This could be the baby making group. Group 2 was like, no, we're not doing the baby making thing. It's more about us. But this one, yeah, this could be the person who they really are like super into the baby making thing, okay? This partner can be a little selfish sometimes, and they're not really so much about fantasies of others. I don't really think that this is a I don't feel like this is like a porn person. I feel like this is more like an artistic kind of person, like they would get more turned on looking at paintings and art or something than they would like something that was like just really raw or gritty or something of that nature. It's not, they like beautiful kind of things. They could have a little bit of like their, maybe their Venus is in a softer placement, like a water placement, or like Taurus or something, or Libra. I can't even remember what signs we said earlier, y'all, so I'm really just reading it as we come here. But yeah, they could like something more beautiful aesthetics. They're definitely about the chest, okay, whatever's going on with the chest. If either of you got boobs, they're all about the boobs, yours, theirs, whoever has them. They like squishy, cuddly, curvy areas for sure. Or you know, soft skin, even if it was like your shoulders, you got a little padding on the shoulders. They like, you know, they like creamy skin and soft fabrics and that kind of thing. They could like thick clothing and like thick like sheets or something. Like, I don't know, they just could like textures like that, because it's like they're checking the textures here on the clothing. But yeah, I do feel like this person, they really think about they think about wanting to create, or at least imagine and pretend that they're creating like a family, or like something's coming and birthing forward from the energy that you guys have together. Like it's blossoming into more. It could be art. It could be artistic. This is gonna be so good, I'm gonna have to get up and paint after. Like it's like this energy that you guys being together creates something else. And they don't want it to be just fantasy. They want it to be physical. They definitely want to act out their fantasies with you. They feel like you're just so freaking gorgeous, and they love to be admired. This is the partner who will, they have no patience and they want to rush in, but they will spend a lot of time on foreplay. They will spend a lot of time on oral. They will spend a lot of time on on indulging and pampering your skin and stuff afterwards. Like at first, like, okay, let's go, like let's rush this, clean up, do what you gotta do, let's go. But then afterwards, like once they have you to themselves, they really savor like every, like they know what your skin looks like, they know all your freckles, they know all your curves, they know oh, that's right, yes, they know all the scars, they know everything. They really just worship your body, like every freaking centimeter, okay, every pore, they know, and they don't want you to feel ashamed. I do feel like at first this person could be insecure about their body. They could want the lights a certain way or different things of that nature. And it could be that could also be they, maybe some of them have again something with the way their body is, or like eczema or something, why they want certain fabrics and things. I do feel like that would be a consideration in this. And some of them, they might like the idea of kind of role playing, family making, because maybe they are not able to. But I feel like they like the idea that your love and your connection is so much that it's blossoming to something else. But once they're comfortable, because I see some of them might want to keep clothes on at first or have the lights on or something, and they will want the attention on you, and they will want to adore you and pamper your body and focus on you. But once they get comfortable, they will show more of themselves. But some of them, I feel like they'll never get fully comfortable. Yeah, I feel like this person can get if they feel uncomfortable, if they feel overly exposed, they can really shut down and kind of lose their intimate high. They like to give pleasure more than they like to get it. Okay, I do see some of you watched 2 and 3, but I feel like this person is almost the opposite of that one, because I'm getting the same cards but reversed for some of this. So yeah, if you're watching both of them, see which one resonates the most, which pile of the rest of the reading, and listen to the intimate portion of that one, because I don't feel like these are really the same person intimately. Yeah, this is the emotional person in bed. This is the one who can cry after. They can heal. They can definitely heal emotionally through physical interaction. They could almost, it's almost like they could need a break. And I feel like this person, they feel like someone who hasn't maybe had like so much intimacy in their sexual life. Okay, and they've been craving to have like intimacy, emotional intimacy with the partner. Yeah, sexual healing and togetherness. And I feel like it's the only time, literally with the Ace of Wands reverse and the Tower reverse, I feel like the only time that they can be truly attracted to someone is when they really love. So for some of them, maybe they've really never had a partner before, or they just have never thought about it or enjoyed it, or they've had, you know, bad experiences, or they didn't feel empowered, you know, things of that nature. So I think that you, instead of judging them, will join in. You'll make it a fun experience if you guys play dress up, or if you have clothes on, or, you know, whatever happens, you'll let them adore you and love on you. Definitely big, big experiences here with the star and the sun. Like very orgasmic, very cosmic, very healing, very fun, very pure-hearted and loving energy. This person does not like violent things. I feel like your partner might have been through some things. They don't like violent things. They like to be charming. They like to be sweet. They like that if you're out to like want to rush you home and be like, you know, I don't want to eat this meal, I want to eat you so much, or whatever it is. But yeah, they don't like and with judgment reversed, yeah, this person will not want to talk mean to you or be rough to you. At most, they might do a little bit of banter, of, you know, once you progress more, kind of like maybe before you're in the bedroom, of who can turn someone on the most kind of thing. They might have a little slick talk before you get into the bedroom, but it's almost like a defense mechanism. It's almost like, have you ever had someone that like dirty talks so much and they won't stop, that you just start doing it back to them, almost like as a buffer, like, okay, it's acknowledged, like stop, right? Like, okay, we did that joke, like, yeah, okay. So they can be good at like kind of dirty talk before you get into the bedroom, but I think it's a learned quality and something that maybe because they can be so kind of rugged and stuff and like harsh badass in other ways or whatever, people expect it of them, for them to be like, you know, like kind of like reminds me of Scorpios. Like, oh yeah, I'm a Scorpio, so I have to talk kinky. So okay, boom, let me laugh at that joke or let me make the comment everyone expects of me and do that little sexual zinger. But it's not something that they actually want. Again, there was that kind of mask feeling with them. And so I get, the more I'm reading this, I feel like this person might have been expected to be like very sexual, very young, or just grown up, not feeling very exposed and not very protected, and things of that in you know, as a child, and kind of made to grow up too fast, or you know, maybe even worse. So I feel like they have that externally, but that's not really who they are. Inside, they really, you know, I think they want to be intimate only with their partner. They don't like harsh criticisms or judgment. That's not attractive to them, to like be rough on each other's bodies, critique each other's bodies, punish each other's bodies, do any hitting or physical pain. It's just not really, it's not their style. So just be aware. I know some people, you know, are into BDSM and stuff. I don't feel like this person is at all. To be honest, I feel like this person, see, they don't even want threesomes and stuff. Like, they really just want real intimate, they want real intimate connection. So, but this is your soulmate, so it will work. Yeah, and the Emperor's here, so it's gonna be, you know, with all these things considered, I don't feel like they're just gonna like just lay there and cry and just like expect you to take care of them. And you know, they're obviously extremely giving. They think of your pleasure first. And we have this Emperor energy, so they are a boss, okay? They are a boss, but they're going to be very tactile, nurturing, committed, loving, and they're going to take a while to open up fully. And they might just have certain boundaries that they just, you know, they feel like, no, if I have this, you know, scar on my back exposed, it doesn't make me feel safe to be intimate. I don't want that. I can't, no. I'm gonna always have a shirt on, or I'm always gonna have that covered or whatever while we're intimate. So they might just have a certain boundary or something that they need, or again, certain things because of their health or something, to help, you know, the experience to be able to be focusing good. But once you're in that, I feel like you both get amazing orgasms, even though you each have your own style with the sun and the star there. And I feel like they are able to lead, you know, lead the whole thing in a way that's good, take the lead, and to get you guys both a win-win situation, okay? But yeah, I don't feel like they're going to be extremely exploratory, or that is what, you know, some of them, they might have been through all that, but it doesn't feel like they ever really wanted all of that. If they did, it was what was kind of pushed upon them, or what they felt they had to do. So they will really enjoy having a very committed, you know, intimate, loving experience with you, and it will be something that really means a lot to them. Okay, so let's look at charms. Now I can see why they said, wait, let's end on charms for this one. So this is going to get loud. Just a moment. I'm going to shake it up. So, soulmate messages for those who chose Amethyst 3C. Soulmate coming in messages. Soulmate coming in messages, okay? All right, we have the heart here. We got a lot. Let's see what's going on. Oh, we got both hearts. This person, I'm telling you, this person's a lover. We have the 2 stars together, silver and gold. We have the crab for Cancer. We have Aquarius here. Yeah, this person has the gift of gab. They could be a writer. They're a charmer. With the words that they're definitely still a charmer. They're definitely, you know, fun. We have the compass key with travel here. They want to go. We have the luck key. We have Scorpio energy here. We have the eternal child. They always want to bring, happy times, rainbows. But they got that other streak to them with the black star here, where they again could be known for some things that are a little taboo, just kind of living on the edge, pushing things a little further than others would. We have Virgo energy here. They could have had a lot of people pass from their childhood that they knew, or a sibling who passed as well. They could have a tattoo or some memorial to this person. We have the letters P and C here. Again, they feel, I don't feel that all of them have the luxury of having family still around them, but I feel like family is very, very important to this person, okay? We have, yeah, and children, the energy of children, that kind of longing there, or longing for, I feel like they're very nostalgic about childhood that they had with their siblings, or that they had with their friends. They could have outlived some childhood friends or family. We have, yeah, the hummingbird. They're so loyal. I feel like this person, that's like their biggest gamble, is that they've been wanting to find their partner, and they know that you're out here. Like, they are, look, they're ready to move heaven and earth. We have initials MV. They could, there could be some that have Aries in their chart, sun or moon. We have Sagittarius energy. They are very active. Again, they like to stay moving. They could do something, sporty, some activity coming up again. Again, they're very much more emotional than they seem to people. Like, for some people, they would never show emotion. They could be, again, Scorpio energy. We have that here, Scorpio rising. For certain people, they would just jump off the planet before they would show emotion, right? Like, no, I have no heart. But for those they care about, their friends, their romantic partner, any siblings or family that they're close to, you guys would know them as being so emotional. Look at all these hearts. So they'll lock it up when they want to. If you're not with them, like, you can't sit with them. But they're very beautiful. I feel like people see them as, this kind of tortured beauty, this beautiful soul who's like this social butterfly to a lot of people. But then you notice this kind of deeper streak to them, where they're not unknown to chaos, or pushing the envelope, or having gone through things themselves, for sure. But I feel like they have there's another heart. Like, it's the biggest one there. They have a really big heart. They're very heart centered, for sure. It could be Leo energy, Pisces, Taurus. So yeah, we have a lot of the signs here, but definitely a big emphasis on this kind of Aquarian, Scorpio energy, Sagittarian streak. I feel like you guys are going to find each other at just the right moment. It does seem predestined already. Definitely divine timing, and they trust it. Although I think they're gonna tell you things like, "Man, I can't believe I made it to you. I almost didn't make it." Like, there were so many times that I almost didn't make it. They've probably had some lonely holidays, or it's like they've been around different parts of the world. They've been looking for love. They've been looking for their counterpart. They've been feeling like they missed the other half. For some of you, this person could have been a twin in the womb, and the other twin didn't make it. Yeah, there's this kind of RIP kind of energy. And so it's like they've always been looking for their other counterpart, and they're just going to be so happy to see you. Some of you, they've kicked some habits. They had some tough habits before, and I feel like they're doing well. They could have something very unique with their smile, because they're giving me teeth, hair, and smile. So for some of them, maybe they have like a little chipped tooth, or they have kind of a slightly lopsided smile, or just there's something unique that I feel like you're really gonna like about their grin. Something that probably has a story behind it, something that, you might just be like, man, I just love their teeth or their lips. It's mostly showing teeth here. Okay, yeah. Maybe they don't smile for some of you. They just mean mug, and you're like, ah, I love that. I love a partner who only mean mugs. Smileware. Although the beginning of the reading was very, gregarious personality, so I think they can charm when they need to. It might almost be alarming, because this person, I think they have both sides, and now I get why they were talking about the mask so much, because I feel like like one moment they can be like Morticia Adams, and then when they do charm and they turn on this like it's almost kind of for some time, like if it's in the moment and you have, and like they've already been in like Morticia Adams, you know, kind of serious mode, and then they smile. It's like, whoa, am I scared or flattered, right? But if they're in other mode where they're like super sunshiny, woo, you know, they're a charmer, then people are like terrified if they suddenly go into mean mug. And it's like, whoa, like, sir, I thought you were just like this happy little gambler over here, and then you just dropped the serious face on us. Like, you just freaked me out. So they can definitely play up their look. I think there's someone who's good at doing this, you know, when you like smile, frown, smile, frown. They can do both. They could low-key be writers. There's poetic energy here as well, so they might like to, you know, play with their words and be a little verbose, although they might hide a lot of this, hide some of their poetry and stuff. So it depends. I feel like the group will be a little split. It might be depending on the ascendant. Some of you guys will have the loud ascendant where all of the charms out front, and the the creepy mean mug is more hidden, and some of you will have the exact opposite, but this person does show it in kind of polarities. So that's what I'm seeing for you. um, of course, with these being general, you know, bits and pieces will resonate for everybody, but I hope you got a good portion of a lot of info. And I think it's good to get so much detail and, you know, the overview and stuff as well, because our soulmates are going to be real people just like us, not just some idealized, you know, version in our heads. They'll be perfect and perfect humans. So hopefully this gave you a way to connect. And this has been a long read. We're over like 2 hours, so I'm so glad I just am live recording this in and did not have to edit this and upload it as a video. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this stream, and then we can publish it so y'all can watch it. So please like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I'll talk to you again on another one. Bye.